I'm back to doing this again. Whew. Hello? Apparently my audio is peaking when I talk. That's interesting. If I lower it just the tiniest bit, like maybe so much, that better? A little bit more. Okay, I dare not put it any lower than that. But anyway, hello old-timers and newcomers. I am Cool Scratches, and been a while since we talked, hasn't it? Wait a minute. Okay, there I am. I always confuse which one of the tiny dots I'm going to look into. If only I had a real camera. Okay, what was I doing? Okay, return to Vodis. Okay. So yeah, we are back to playing Horizon Zero Dawn, and hopefully I can actually keep a conversation going this time. That is part of the reason I started doing this again. And it's been way too long. Really, if I had just kept playing like 1 or 2 hours a night, I feel like I would have been done by now. So that's a failure on my part, but I don't know. Anyway, I guess it's my own fault, really. Okay, so it's that direction. But doesn't show where I'm supposed to go. Other than that. Okay. Like I said, it's been a while since we played this. And part of the reason for that is I have this horrible habit of turning play into work. I don't know where this mentality comes from, but basically I always feel the need to finish things. Like, I start things so I can finish them, and in the process I forget to enjoy myself. That's something that I really need to work on, and in fact it's part of the reason that I am taking a short break from art for the moment, or at the very least I'm trapped in a bush. I'm taking, I think, so far it's been like a month and a half since I stopped drawing or painting. There, I can get up. Okay, I still like these things the way... I did not mean to do that. I still like how these things are more naturally part of the environment. Like, they feel more natural, like they're not gameplay mechanics. I like the way that this has been designed, but it does make it more difficult to find them when I need them. So anyway, Crimson Bloom? Oh. Like I said, I have this horrible habit of turning play into work. And I kept saying this, I don't know if I was trying to convince you or myself, but I do like this game, I do.
Dyer can make use of this.
I just kept finding... Partly, as you can hear, I'm not as naturally equivalent as I might be in any of my videos, the ones I have scripted and edited. But I would like to be, and part of that is practicing talking. And the thing about that is, I used to be able to talk ad nauseum. Like, I could keep rambling on for about nothing for hours on end, basically. And the reason I can't do that anymore is because people kept telling me to shut up. Because no one gave a shit or was interested about anything I had to say. I'm not bitter. No, seriously, I'm not. No, I feel like if I could be curbed that way, then basically that's down to me, not anyone else. Or at the very least, me not figuring out
keep some extra on hand.
anything interesting to talk about. Now, luckily, with the advent of the internet, I can figure these things out all over again. No, that's wrong. Okay, now I'm just trying to figure out the right thing to say. What I was going to say was, I don't know, with the internet being a very vast and big place, I can keep talking, and maybe someone will find something I say interesting. Please like me. But yeah, we're back to playing Horizon... Not Zero Dawn, what is it? Forbidden West. I was gonna say it's the New Horizon. Actually, that would work as a title for this game, it occurs to me. But anyway, Hannah, I would like to do one thing before I do anything else, and that is lower... What do I do? There we are. I would like to lower the difficulty, not because I'm finding this too difficult, not at all. In fact, I think it's... I think very hard should be basic difficulty, that's how easy I'm finding this. But for the simple reason, every time I've been in a battle, I keep having to restock my life and all of those things. And that's the way a game should be played, but considering how very, very long this game is, if I have to do that after every single fight, then this is going to take a very, very long time indeed. So I'm just going to set this back to normal difficulty and see how that goes. Made things that easy. I wonder if I even need to sneak on these things anymore. Where did it go? There it is. It says the ice is indestructible, so let's see what... Actually, no, let's not.
Time to fight.
That was easy. But anyway, speaking about being eloquent... Ooh. And something something that I generally like to take pride in is that I don't try to hype things up. Like, I don't try to be memey or anything like that. Did that thing just have a vagina that I looked at? That did not come out right, but seriously. Let's look at that again. Inventory. Tools, ammo, resources. I think it was that thing. Okay, it's not just me, right? That kind of looks like a vagina. Doesn't it? Have I been looking at too many things? And not enough everything else? Yes, I definitely have, but still. No, just me, just me. What was I talking about? Yeah, I generally don't try to hype things up or meme or anything like that. And the reason I generally give for something like that is because I like to... And I know people aren't finding this as horrifying as I do, or as awe-inspiring or anything like that. So I don't even try. Or if they do, then me hyping it up will have no effect whatsoever. But at the same time, there is the matter of gaming YouTubers being sort of like the laughing track of a sitcom. Like, their reaction is what makes people find it funny. Or at the very least, with an actual person in the corner being relatable and... Oh yeah, this place. Being relatable and funny and empathetic, people generally have a better time, which is how they build their following. Like, they feel included in what a person is doing. And I guess I hope to do the same thing one day, but what I'm getting at is the real reason I don't do that is because I don't think I am someone anyone easily identifies with.
Brought out only the good stuff for you, Red. Seeing as you got that whistle blowing.
Hey, I've been waiting to get my lucky hammer fixed for days.
You haven't done anything useful like getting rid of any bristlebacks, though, have you? Take your time. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Okay. What am I doing? Oh, I'm buying things. Is this better than anything I have right now? Doesn't say. Wait, compare. I have to click. What developer thought that was something that needed to be changed from the first game? I'm going to do nothing about that whatsoever, and instead I'm going to bitch and moan like a little whiny maggot who is staring into the screen instead of the camera. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, but seriously, that's no good. That is no good whatsoever. Anyway, currently I'm quite happy with my sharp shot bow. No. What? Wait a minute, what was I comparing it to? From my currently equipped weapon. Developers. Why? Okay, you know what? Currently, I think my weapons are doing the job, so I'm just not gonna do anything like that. But I may sell a few things. Mark to sell. Mark to sell. Apex Clawstrider Heart. These things can be used to for other things, so I'm just going to not sell any machine parts yet. Bronze ingot. I think I needed that for something then. Okay, now I'm nervous because I don't remember what I was doing.
Now can I get this fixed?
I can fix your tools. Afraid there's no fixing you.
Okay, was that supposed to be interesting? Was I supposed to care? I don't know. But let's get this mission done. There you are.
You heard the whistle. Time to go.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Baron Lightwood East. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Okay, can I just ask where that guy is going with that massive cart in that tiny space?
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence, Hades, maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
Okay, so now we can do all these side missions that we kind of have scattered lying about everywhere. And I do like doing the side mission. I keep hammering on about that. The side missions were part of the more. They helped build not just the lore, but gave weight to the overall plot.
Hey, Ray, change your mind about that
Fancy a game of Strike?
So I am happy to get into them again and see what is being done with them in this game. Hopefully it will be just as good as the first game, or at the very least approaching it.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
Ha! There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends. Anyway, right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Shadow Carja refugees. What are they doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a new home, I gather. They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Okay, good for you, Hatton.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Carja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talon. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
Oh, no. Oh, great. Oh, no. Sorry about that, by the way. My mentor was just telling me he was gonna get a pizza tonight.
So the Bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could Bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the Bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Carja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Carja for anything.
Damn Carja slavers.
I just noticed as well, okay, not just, I have noticed it for a while, the lighting is kind of weird. It appears in blocks, almost. But anyway, the other game, there was some politics in it, but not this early on. And early on, you were more getting a sense for the ground roots of it, everything. Now we're just seeing how the Carja Empire affects smaller satellite societies? I don't know. But it's interesting, nevertheless.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for... what, exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law-breaking.
Okay, so in the first game, the Shadow Carja, they were the extremist believers and followers of the Mad Sun King, the man that the current king replaced. And they were part of the reason that everything was going to hell in the first game, because they believed that Hades, the world-ending AI that we fought in the first game, and apparently now as well, they believed he was some kind of deity from their scriptures. I can't remember which one. And the reason they thought that is because silence convinced them of that. So again, he is the reason everything happened, and what I was getting at is it's a little bit strange to hear the Shadow Carja suddenly become peaceful. But then again, like they said, they don't call themselves the Shadow Carja, so we'll see.
Who is this Tolland clean broker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvund go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Tolland works for Ulvund?
Ha! Ulvund might think so, but Tolland scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Ulvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Carja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Carja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Okay, this is pretty interesting. I see where they're going with this, but at the same time, I don't know if I immediately think he's a bad guy. Because, I don't know, this is sort of like a globalist argument, I figure. I mean, currently, the Carja Empire is in good hands, but not that long ago they weren't, and there's nothing to say they won't be in bad hands again, so I don't know. It's interesting because this is an argument that I grew up with, especially concerning the European Union and the United States and the tensions back then. It's interesting to hear about it again.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Tolland making it rougher.
Petra said Tolland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
Well, that's the closest thing, so I may as well.
Savior! Over here!
And anyway, part of the reason that I had decided to give him this a go again was because I'm supposed to have more things to talk about. Like, a lot of things have happened, I have had a lot of thoughts, a lot of things that I could maybe bring up. And now it's a complete standstill in my head. Talk to Carja Magistrate. Oh, it's in there. I stopped talking. Don't do that! You need to keep talking. Man. Let's see, where are they? Where are they? Over here, yes.
A word!
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvund's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, If you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
Why do I feel like, just from his voice and his manner of clothing, yeah, he is the guy who let them into the claim. But then again, I'm just gonna assume that it's Hades up to his old tricks again, so we'll see.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Carja for the Bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Carja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvund get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Carja loosed the Bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. Even with the Valley working again, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against the Carja to call for a strike.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
We have already gone over this. Why
The
is
reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
Why is it an option to hear it all over again?
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Well, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the Bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start.
He
looking
ran
there.
away from the machines?
Learn the truth. Maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Carja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Okay, so I have a lot of things to do now. What's that? Talk to Toland. Okay, that's what I was supposed to do. He is out there, apparently. And alright, I was supposed to talk about a lot of things as well.
I could get around faster if I find a charger to override.
Yeah, but I can't use the charger in here. Trust me, I've tried.
You look like you're itching for a fight, friend.
Okay, interesting. We never had an option to learn melee fighting against another person other than by doing it in the heat of the moment in the first game, which, in my opinion, made it all the more tense and more rewarding to actually do it.
It's you. The machine hunter that bailed out the Carja.
Never heard it put that way before.
What do you want?
Heard you've been hassling refugees up by the cliffs.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. There's salvage up there. A Stormbird. Nailed it myself with the harpoon here in town. Not an easy shot if I do say so myself. It clipped its wing, and it crashed into the old tower up there. Killed it quick. Yeah, so if anyone's hassling anyone, it's the Shadow Carja filth that's blocking the way up to my claim.
And you're ready to crack some skulls to get to it?
No need. It's a raggedy bunch. Probably all starved before I have to lift a finger.
We'll see about that.
Oh yeah, we will, won't we? Now shop's closed to Carja lovers. On your blasted way.
Okay. Go to Twilight Carja's camp. Alright. May as well. I got nothing better to do. But first, I'm gonna check this thing out because I'm curious.
You wanted to speak
What
to me?
the hell are you wearing?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just against machines. Name's O'Day. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me. Rules are rules.
All right.
No used old blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
I might be.
I say probably
That's what I
not
like to
right
hear.
now, but somewhere, somewhat time down the line, when I'm in one of these pits, someone's gonna steal all of my stuff. Melee pits test your close quarter fighting skills against other human opponents. Complete all challenges against other fighters to ultimately face the pitmaster. Tutorials. Challenges, practice. I'm gonna go for challenges. Apparently I can't. You need to learn Block Breaker and the skill tree to unlock this challenge. Light attack, power attack. You need to learn Resonator Blast in the skill tree to unlock this challenge. I'm just gonna point out, I've been using light attacks and heavy attacks and all of that for a long time now.
Light attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks.
Okay. That was easy. This took a long time to load. Okay. I'm just gonna quickly go through all these all at once.
Heavy attacks break weapon blocks and do more damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack.
Right, so earlier today I finished my latest video. Fairly proud of it. And it's a film that I've been wanting to do for a long time, the Phoenix tape. The McPherson tape, which is hit your opponent with power attack. Hold and release R2. Jesus! Okay, that's new, I like that.
Power attacks smash weapon blocks to really hammer an enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
I'm fairly proud of it, like I said. Kind of wish I put music into it, just for the sake of it, because, well, I always feel like my videos are a little bit simple, and I used to be a fairly good editor when it came to music videos. so I don't know if I missed it or just feel like I should just because I can, but either way, I'm kind of on the fence about it so far.
What strikes your fancy? Practice or a challenge?
Yeah, I already finished these, and I can't do any of these. Okay, what about a Resonator Blast? If I unlock that in the skill tree. Can I unlock that? Skills. Hunter, Warrior. Resonator Blast. Yes, I can. Alright. What's this? Nora Warrior. Active skill. A powerful melee combo... common among Nora warriors. Useful in knocking down small machines and staggering larger ones. Okay, sounds useful. How many skill points do I have? I have 7, it says up there. Block Breaker. That will be useful, so I'm gonna take that as well. And what is this? Resonator Blast passive boost. Deals more damage with the Resonator Blasts. Alright. Melee damage. And a passive boost. Okay. Sounds good. Now I have 4 left. Can I update? Yes, I can. Energized duration. Targets remain energized longer. Sounds good. And what's this? Critical strike. Passive boost. Critical strike deals more damage. Sounds good. And what's this now? Valor Surge. Powered by a special mode in your focus, gain a greater chance to land a critical hit and increase critical damage. Sounds good. Can I do that? Yes, I can. How nice! What about this? Aerial slash and jump off. Jump off an enemy to quickly reposition yourself and create distance. And I think I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Let's train a little bit more.
I was hoping you'd be back. Got something new just for you, if you're interested.
Well, that didn't take long. Yes. Resonator Blast. Keep hitting an enemy with melee attacks to build up energy in the resonator in your spear. When fully charged, the end of your spear will have a blue glow. Use any attack with R2 to energize your spear and create a glowing energy point. Shoot this energy point to trigger a Resonator Blast and deal a massive amount of damage. Sounds good. Ooh. You have equipped Valor Surge. Valor Surges are extremely powerful, rare abilities that can instantly turn the tide of a fight. Build up your Valor Surge bar and unleash this ultimate power. Earn Valor through tactical gameplay. And when a segment of the Valor Surge bar is full, activate the Valor Surge by opening the weapon wheel and tapping R1. Unlock additional levels of Valor Surge in the skill tree to add segment to the Valor Surge and gain an extra segment. Gain extra effects. Energize your spear. Keep hitting your opponent with R2 or with R1 or R2 attacks. Combos build up energy faster. Use any R2 attack when your spear is fully energized. Trigger the Resonator Blast. Shoot your enemy with an arrow. Okay.
That spear of yours seems to energize after attacks. I think landing heavy attacks or combinations will energize it faster. That energy. Try attacking your enemy. See if you can energize them. You did it!
Yeah. Okay, so fighting has definitely become a lot more trickier, but I think I can get used to it. I enjoyed that. That was fun. Okay, so what else now? Nora Warrior. Keep hitting an enemy with melee attacks to build up energy in the resonator in your spear. Use any attack with R2 to energize your target and create a glowing energy point. Shoot this. Oh. A powerful melee combo common among Nora warriors, useful in knocking down small machines and staggering larger ones. This is something I need to be taught. That just came naturally in the first game. Stop comparing this to the first game, you prick, and just enjoy this one. Thank you. What? Hit your opponent with the Nora warrior combo.
Single attacks are child's play. A real fighter combines them. Practice this combination as a starter.
Okay. That was easy. But I think I can do some challenges now, right? Just gonna make sure I fulfill the tutorial. No, block breaker. Immediately break an enemy's weapon guard and leave them vulnerable to follow-up attack. A useful combo against enemies that frequently block attacks. Okay. Sounds fun. Ooh. Okay.
Defensive opponent, break their weapon block, then follow through to attack with this combination.
Okay. I'm still feeling like the game is coddling me, but then again that is my fault because I am going through a tutorial, so I can't really complain about it, can I? Quickly damage an enemy and leap into the air. Combine this move with a heavy attack to slam your spear down on your target. Aerial slash, R1 and R2, aerial slam. R1, R2, R2. Hit your opponent with the aerial slash combo.
This is the aerial slash. Bring your blade down from the air onto your enemy. Deadly and a great way to set up follow-up attacks.
Okay, fair enough. Right, so jump off. I'ma jump off. I don't know what that meant.
Almost ready to go? Yeah!
Okay. That was easy. R2, push forward and hold R2. Nope.
Now remember, a jump off can not only give you distance from your opponent, it can also set up an aerial shot.
I think didn't I buy that one as well? Yes, I did. And Half Moon Slash. I think I'm gonna just learn this one and then do the challenges.
Don't you think I never here, brother?
There you go. Where are you? Damn it. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, it felt like I held the thing. Okay, calm down. Okay, don't hold down, just tap. Oh!
You did it!
No, I didn't. I'm sorry, but no, I didn't. I know what was expected of me, but no, that's not how I was supposed to do it. I was supposed to do it while I was still in the air. Blockbreaker. Defeat your opponent by overcoming their weapon guard, but be careful as blocking opponents could counterattack at any moment. Use Blockbreaker combo to immediately break their weapon guard and leave them vulnerable for follow-up attacks. Time limit, 1 minute.
Come on. If your opponent keeps blocking, then use a heavy attack or a power attack to break through. Either that or hit them from behind. Close attention to your opponent's stance. Read their intentions. Choose your attacks to break their defense.
Did I do it? That definitely felt like less than... Yes, 38 seconds. Yay! Okay, so there's definitely a lot more to do in this game than the first one, so that's good. Defeat your opponent with a Resonator Blast. This technique utilizes your melee and ranged weapons to deal massive amounts of damage at once. I didn't read the Pissmaster's tip.
How goes
Tip.
it, Hammerhead? Yeah.
You think your spear can deal with that armor? Use attacks to energize your spear. Then hit your opponent with a heavy or power attack to blast the armor. That energy doesn't last forever.
Someone interesting to partake.
Shoot the glowing part of your opponent before the energy fades. That spirit can give you the edge in battle. Keep energizing it, and then your enemies. Triggering those energy blasts should help you vanquish your opponents.
Okay. Challenge complete. You have completed all challenges and can now take on the Pitmaster. Okay, cool. I'm finding it very difficult to both play this game and talk at the same time. And I have 2 minutes. And the reward is a pristine skull. You will only use your spear and training bows for this challenge. Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so what I was gonna say was...
Can you do better? I see how you earned your reputation. Impressive attack.
Goal for the North.
Good series of attacks. You fight well. I see how you earned your reputation. You obeyed well, Savior. Impressive attack. A good series of attacks. Challenge is over.
Damn it.
Yes, I win.
I got cocky, I know. Let's try this again.
Your move. See how you earned your reputation. Good. You fight well. Impressive attack. Impressive attack.
Can't be my around.
Whatever you're having.
Damn it.
I could take her.
I see how you... Good. Good.
Come on!
Fight well. Yield! I yield!
And that's how you do it.
Well fought, friend. Well fought.
Thank
Are
you.
Okay?
Yeah. Ooh. Serves me right for thinking I could go up against the savior of Meridian. Here, have this. A little something for the new champion.
Thank you, Hodurk.
Don't be a stranger now. Come back whenever you'd like to spar again.
Is this silence how awkward it is when I go quiet? Or does me going quiet help? Okay, I have been playing for 50 minutes now and I have accomplished almost nothing.
I should
So,
go.
yeah.
I'll be here if you want to practice more.
Excuse me, I already have talked to the pitmaster.
I've given it all that I've got, friend. But you're welcome to keep practicing here.
Okay, what?
Okay, that's all for now, I think.
And good luck out there.
What? Quests. Side. Twilight Path. Errands. The Enduring. Twilight Path, let's do that one, because that's one's the closest one. I have been... Right.
I'll come find you later.
Talking. Having a conversation. Telling you about my day. It was very boring. No, actually, okay, well, yeah, that kind of is boring, but it's something I have to talk about. Generally, I like to... I like to wake up reasonably early and get my day started. And when I say I like doing that means... what I mean is I almost never do it. I almost always sleep till around 12 because I've been up to like 4 in the morning. But it's not entirely my fault. You see, I work nights, and in fact I'm going to work night tonight. So that screws with my circadian rhythm quite a bit. But now, for the past week, I have had almost no, I haven't had any nighttime schedules to abide by. So I've been able to largely do it all week, and that's been very, very nice. I'm supposed to go that way, right? Wait, I'm in the right direction? Yes, I am. Good. But this morning I did manage to wake up as early as 8 o'clock. And that felt great.
Said
And
the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry. I should see if there's anything in the back of the valley. Ready for anything, huh?
what was that? Is that the music? Or something else? And what I did was go for a run, which is something I've been meaning to do for a long time. I would like to get into better shape, not because I'm vain or want to look better or anything like that, even if that would be a good bonus. But I just want to... I feel tired all of the time, and I want to change that. Changing my diet has changed a little bit. Yes, I have actually changed my diet. I'm eating less sugar and fat than I used to, which I really, really miss, I have to admit. But if I can go through the day without having to take a nap around 3 o'clock, then I think it'll be worth it. So yeah, I managed to do that, but I only got about 600 meters or 2,116 feet. It said that, the app said that I'd run. Not all at once. I'm not in that good a shape. Hopefully I will be, but not yet. But partly it was so cold that my knuckles began freezing, which is not pleasant. Partly I...
pouch is full, but my pack has room.
Partly I... what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Partly I had a cramp in my foot. I should point out this was the first time in a long time that I have been running. I did used to run once a day for I think about 2 or 3 months, but eventually I just lost interest in it. For hopefully I can keep it up this time. But yeah, I felt like that was a win.
Let this green channel fetch a price.
And examine the bristleback caucus. Right. Oh. Can't do it from this side. How annoying.
I have charged off the cliff above. I should keep going up the trail.
That felt necessary. And then I largely immediately sat down to...
And a lot of broken trees. It's like a stampede went through. Is this where the bristlebacks came from? Like, how? Unless this cave leads out of the Daunt.
And then I pretty much immediately sat down to finishing the new video. What I do is I like to record one day and edit the other, unless I have time to start editing on the first day. And like I said, I get tired easily.
The old cart tracks collapsed. It looks recent. Guess I'm not going that way.
I don't... I get tired easily, and that includes mental exercises like working on videos or working on art. And that said, since I stopped painting or drawing about a month or so ago, I have been feeling a lot better, which it has been nice to relax. But
deeper in the mine. An explosion? Bristlebacks. So they did come through here. They must have gotten trapped. And I have to take them out before I can look around.
okay, this is convenient. Okay, they're of course coming here. Damn it. Ooh, damn it. Refresh, 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 refresh. Damn it. they're slow, that's convenient. But there's still 2 of them, so I have to be careful. Come on, Pumbaa! Time to shoot. Didn't Pumbaa have a twin brother head or something? Or was that Timon? I no one remembers that show, by the way. I know a lot of shows that I grew up with are now considered classics for one reason or another, but was Timon and Pumbaa one of them? I remember liking playing it, but I don't know if it's one of the shows that people look back on fondly these days. Yeah, I think it was Timon who had the evil twin. Damn it! Ja. Vänta. I'm sorry. I'm being called. Okay, I'm back now. And Hannah, what is it? My mother's cohabitant, or are we his cohabitants? I'm not sure. The man my mother lives with, he was watching TV and something came on and he wondered if I knew what it was. I did. It was Hellboy 2. And I had to explain what that was. As I told him it was like comics, but it was like comic superheroes, but not really, because... Okay, can't do that one. I told him it was like comic superheroes, but not really, because it's more fantasy and stuff.
There's a lot of smoke. It looks like mine runs pretty far back. There's a lot of blaze down there.
Yeah. I keep being interrupted by her. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
There's a blaze here to blast a mountain open. And there's a note on one of the barrels. So that's addressed to Ulvund. Looks like this mine was supposed to be shut down. Ulvund must have gotten greedy. Kept blasting deeper into the mountain. I should let Javad know what I found.
Wait, so that's it? That's it? We're just gonna... Okay, yeah, Hannah, I mean... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that's the thing I can do. Okay, so we're not actually going to find out where the frickin' things come from, we're just going to assume it's because Ulvund was blasting here. I mean... Okay, sure, he may have let them loose, but I feel like it's more important to find out where the things are, where the things came from originally.
Blasting in the mine. Squeeze it for all it's worth. Until Bristleback stampeded through. Maybe the explosions blew a way open? But from where?
And that's my point. We should maybe investigate that. Oh yeah. Leap of faiths, I hate them. But yeah, I told him Hellboy, that's basically like superheroes, except not really, because it's demons. Actually, Hannah, I think I think technically... Okay, that didn't work.
Dead bristleback down there? The cart tracks must have given way under it.
And I told him it was sort of like superheroes, but not really, because it's demons, and they found a demon that they trained to save humanity. I know that's not entirely accurate, but again, I'm not the best at talking to people, so I kind of use shorthand for stuff like that. But on the other hand, maybe I shouldn't be so pedantic. Maybe that's part of the things that stress me out. Either way,
okay.
I'd forgotten how good that film is. I mean, I didn't stay around to watch. I just they were at the scene where Hellboy beats the crap out of the people in the bazaar. And I'd forgotten how good. I actually forgotten they were using puppets at all. That was a very nice surprise. That yeah, I really like that. Okay, keep talking, keep talking. What else? Oh yeah, maybe I should keep talking about the game. That's what Kid Icarus does. I mean, he intersperses it with comments about his own life, but I have mostly been talking about my own life for a while now. And it's not the most interesting thing, which is one of the things that I have anxieties about, and maybe I should address that. Or maybe become a better storyteller.
Someone's been trying to keep this trail clear.
Them shadow cards are taking a beating.
Activate your currently selected. Okay, who was talking from where?
Might as well call it quits.
Oh, up there.
Those
What
people
now?
are under attack.
Hey! You up there! Aren't you gonna help?
Not my job.
Well, that was easy.
Oh, that's a nasty one.
Wait a minute, am I supposed to be defending that one? Oh! Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, I must be able to pull you off. Yes, I can. As soon as I get back up there. Help! I did not mean to do this. I have to climb my way back up there again. Luckily, I used to do a lot of bouldering. Okay, I say a lot. Hannah, I don't know, should I talk about this? Without speaking too much about it, my parents are separated and have been for all of my life. And I used to go visit my father during summer break. And when I did that, we used to go bouldering at times. We also used to go kayaking and fishing. It was a really nice time. It was a really nice time of my life, actually. Ooh! Did not mean for that to happen. I had forgotten how tough these things are when they are peeved off.
More machines on their way.
Fire Faghorn. Ooh! Where?
Turn us around.
What for?
Get to safety.
Where?
I'll handle the rest.
Go, Lakasha! I'll help the Nora!
Where are you? There you go. I can needle you all day. Is that something you can do? I remember in Halo there is a weapon called a needler, but I've hardly ever played that game, so I don't know if it's a word that's used anywhere else. I feel like it should be, otherwise where did the name needler come from? Unless it needles things. Ooh! Did not mean for that to happen. Thank you.
That's the last of them. Better check on the refugees.
Guess the show's over.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check on all the loot first. That's how you survive, by looking out for yourself. Why did I suddenly imagine Handy? Okay, I do know. I came to think about the Blood Runs Clear on Shadow the Hedgehog trailer, featuring Vin Diesel as the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog, which, if the new Sonic movie breeds another sequel, I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know if it will. If it breeds another sequel, I would really like to see Shadow the Hedgehog in it, and I would like it to be darker and more mature, where, you know, it is possible to make a movie that is darker but still for children. I feel like the art of doing that has been lost to time for some reason. Dismantle fire blast trap. Yes, please. Boo! Did not mean for that to happen. Okay. Okay. Who are you and what did you do to piss the machines off?
Is it bad, Lakasha?
Shh, now. Everything will be fine.
Is everyone okay?
Bruised, but not buried. Our order will live to see another day.
Are you sure about that?
We're no strangers to hardship, Nora. We've crossed half the Sundom with no more than the clothes on our backs. And as soon as our Sun Priest returns, our path will be clear. For now, we wait.
Well, you're better off waiting somewhere else. Your people need shelter. There's a town east of...
Chainscrape. Yes. We know of it. Savohar says it's not suitable for us.
Who?
Our Sun Priest. Our order has made it this far thanks to his guiding light.
Okay, and where is this Savohar?
He went up to the tower to meditate 3 days ago, and he won't come down until the sun shows him the way to our new home. The fallen Stormbird is an omen, he said. And of course, it must be.
I see. And how long do you plan on waiting for him?
Until he returns. He will return. He must.
You're Shadow Karja, aren't you?
We are the Order of Twilight.
The difference being...
When the usurper Avad killed his father, we fled with the Karja in Shadow to Sunfall. Our lives there were difficult. Savohar saw our misery, lifted us up, protected us from the corrupt priests and heartless Kestrels. When their rule ended, Savohar led us from the Shadowlands. The long night ends, and the setting sun will lead us to salvation, he said. And so he named us the Order of Twilight. We journeyed west in search of a better life.
Why didn't you go back to Meridian?
Avad is a patricide. We will not kneel to the likes of him. We must walk in Twilight to our new home. Savohar will lead us there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it quickly. I think a opportunity was missed here. Aloy has had nothing but bad dealings with the Shadow Carja. It's surprising she is this open-minded to them, considering she has met them personally. In the game, she was open-minded to everyone because it was the first time she met them, but the Shadow Carja, was she never shot at when she was faced with them, so it's still interesting. Although, I suppose you can tell the difference between armed up war criminals and beggars in rags, basically.
There's an Oseram in Chainscrape, Tolland. He wants the Stormbird up there.
Yes. He was here just yesterday. A very unpleasant man, even by Oseram standards. He made all manner of threats. But we will not be intimidated.
That's all well and good, but he's got friends. Sooner or later, his whole gang will show up.
Savohar will come through. He always does. We just need to give him more time.
You're out of time, Lakasha. You need to consider packing up and—
We won't leave him. And we won't let others disrupt his meditation.
Well, they're going to try. Your priest, Savohar. You said he's been up there 3 days?
His meditation can't be rushed.
So he does this often? Meditating for days on end?
Well, it doesn't usually take this long. But he will guide us through. He always has. We have faith.
Sure. But shelter looks like a more pressing concern. Look at yourselves. Those machines nearly wiped you out. And Oseram thugs are watching you, just waiting to strike. You're in danger here.
Was he just standing there this whole time?
And get out.
I'm sorry, you're making it very difficult to take this seriously.
Our situation. This is the worst we've endured. I know we cannot stay here, but without Savohar to guide us, I don't...
Let me up there. And I'll convince him it's time to move on.
But his meditation... If he hasn't received his vision, he won't follow.
At least let me check on him. If he's been up there for days.
Yes. Yes, that is sensible, I suppose. Please, be careful. The trail up to the tower's falling apart. Savohar is strong, but it could not have been an easy climb.
It rarely is.
Anna, but I told you.
Let the Nora
I
pass.
used to boulder nearly a decade ago. Funny thing, that's something I sometimes can put in my personal statement. Anna, whenever I look for a job. Whenever I apply for a job. Oh, that's the way.
Looks like I should head up.
But in my defense, I only do it when I feel like it actually relates to the job I'm applying for. Like, on occasion, someone is looking for people to clean dirt off rooftops and the like. And I use that for reference to show I'm not afraid of heights, and I am accustomed to various safety equipments and the like. They don't need to know it was 10 years since I last did it.
Part of the ladder. Lakasha was right. The trail's in bad shape. This looks recent. Must have broken off when Savohar climbed up here.
The job situation is difficult for everyone, I imagine. I'm just saying I am familiar with the struggle. I mean, the job I have now, I like it, but it is a part-time job. It's nothing that I can sustain myself on, thus me living at home.
If I jump against the cliff.
And this new job... the thing is, a couple of days ago I had a job interview for a job that really appealed to me. What I would do is I would get in a car in the morning and drive around tending to various plans for various corporations.
Now how to climb higher.
And it seemed really fun, and I think I'd be pretty good at it. And it's similar in a lot of ways to what I'm doing now, but and with a bigger focus on greenery, which is something I have a lot and reasonably much experience with.
I must have broken off after Savahar passed through. I need to find another way up.
The problem is, it's over the summer. It's a summer job. I would be working full-time and earn possibly twice as much a month as I do now, but it would be over the summer.
Broken bridge. I might be able to make the jump to the other side.
Stop patronizing me! Anyway.
That's a lot of blood. Savohar's? He must have hurt himself pretty bad getting over the bridge. It's not looking good. It looks like he left a trail. There's the Stormbird. Getting closer.
Where's the Stormbird? Over there? No? Where? I don't see it. God damn it. I'm supposed to get over there. Right. Okay, so what I was saying was, it's a great job that I would love to do, but like I said, it is over the summer. That means once summer is over, I won't have a job anymore. So I'm kind of torn about whether or not to...
Machines. Savahar must have snuck past them. I could probably slip past them. Or take them out.
I'm kind of torn about whether or not to take it. They would call this this Monday to inform me whether or not they would be interested in hiring me. And during the interview, the odds seemed pretty... Ja. Godnatt. I'm gonna have to turn this off soon because my mother just informed me she's going to bed. And I can't play this game with the sound on when she's sleeping. So I'll make this quick. They would call me this Monday and inform me about whether or not they would be interested in hiring me. And I'm not sure whether to take it if they offer me the job. Because like I said, I would suddenly have no job once summer is over. My sister suggested it would be as simple as this. I could quit my current job, take this new job, and then apply for it again once summer is over. Which I think is a very optimistic suggestion on my sister's part. I mean, yes, I clearly have experience doing this job, so I would have benefit during an interview, but they would also have to hire someone in my stead. So, yeah, it's very much a gamble to do that. I would be padding my CV and I would be earning more money than I've had in a while. I still wouldn't be able to move out though, considering I can't just... Once summer is over, I won't have an income again. And the thing is, it's really difficult to explain, but I've screwed up my chances of applying for... Is it benefits? Is it welfare? I don't know, but I can't get an apartment and then apply for money hoping hoping it'll work out, because I've done that before, and the rules about how the whole thing is a bit screwy, and basically it generally amounts to me not receiving the amount of money that I need. So even though my current job is fine, I don't mind it, but I would rather have this new job, and I'm still going to need to pass over, to say no to it, and that stinks. However, they are going to call me this Monday, like I said, and they did imply during the interview there was a chance that I could transfer to their fruit department, where I would be delivering fruit baskets instead. Which, you know, if I could do that, that'd be great. But that's still a lot of ifs and buts, and yeah, I don't know, it's a tricky choice to make. But anyway, I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for watching, if you indeed are. I have been CallScratches, and I hope you will see me again next time, which hopefully will be tomorrow night.